Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got a big order of reptiles today. Got a special order on some tortoises, got some lizards, some geckos, some frogs, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Let's see what we got. First thing out of the box, we have giant Pixi Frogs, or those are the African bullfrogs. Those guys can be as big as a cantaloupe, so if you get one of those, remember you're gonna need some space. Big like a horned frog, except for even bigger. Next up, we have budget frogs. Budget frogs look like a handful of loogie with eyes. One of my absolute favorite frogs, and I have a lot of favorite frogs. A lot of favorite everything, as you well know. Leopard geckos, got a bunch of leopard geckos in. These are Max Snows, leucistic leopard geckos. And then we got some lizard leopard geckos. And then we have some, well, it says they're just leopard geckos. That's just exactly what they look like, juvenile leopard geckos. Different pattern on those guys. Let's see, hypo leopard gecko. So that pink pattern that you guys are used to seeing on the hypos. And then here's the, oh, that's just more of the leopard geckos. We got in a big bunch of just mixed leopard geckos for a good price. And it looks like instead of just being normals, they're mixed groups. So, okay, cool. Leucistic leopard geckos. Nice blue eyes on those guys. Blue on top anyway. Cool. Then we had some Max Snow albino leopard geckos. Very white on those particular guys. Here is two more of the leopard geckos. Those look more like your normal face. At least that one does. That one looks like it's got kind of that peach banding. Here is a Max Snow leopard gecko. So it's got the black with the white, hardly any yellow at all on that guy. And then we have albino leopard gecko. All kinds of different types of albinos. We got all those different names. I hope you kept track, because I honestly don't keep track of the morph names. I just go, oh, I like the yellow one. Ooh, look at the white one. Got a whole nother box here we're going to jump into as soon as I put these guys gently away and aside. Cool. Alrighty, next group. Need more than leopard geckos in here. That was just a big box of leopard geckos and frogs. Oh, son of a gun, this is cool. All right, I've wanted one of these for a long time. Finally got one. This is a Brazilian rainbow boa, itty bitty baby. So pretty. I love the colors on the rainbow boas in general. They got that iridescence, but the Brazilians have the big spots and typically more red. Next we have, I thought there was two of them in there. He's so huge. This is a Vietnamese centipede. Every time we get one of these, we blow them out of here quick. So I got two this time. See if we can get one to stick past the first week we have it. Super, super cool bug. Here's something I was a little bit suspicious about grabbing. This is an adult male veiled chameleon, and he looks like he's really angry, but like he's in really good shape. So we'll get him in his new enclosure, put him in the dark here so he doesn't have to be so mad. And then next we have babies. These are tortoises, obviously. These are redfoot babies. Nice. Ooh, that one's tiny. That one's actually got some good size to it. Baby redfoot tortoises. Been getting them at a really great price. So what's not to like about that? More geckos. This is a totally different type of gecko. These are mourning geckos. These are ones that can breed without the help of a partner. The females can produce all by themselves. Alrighty, we're back. Let's see. Got lots more treasures. Got some little turtles here. These are soft-shelled turtles. They're not the Florida soft-shelled turtles. These are the spiny soft-shells, very similar. A little different look to them. Super cute little guys. Thought I'd change it up, try somebody different. A little bit bigger than the soft-shells we got last time we were in Florida. Still got kind of that little flower nose to them. Very cute little devils. Let's see. Next we have, oh, that's a spider. I love spiders. It's kind of wet in there. This is a Kotar Island blue baboon. Or a Balfouri. Trying to get him to move for me, make sure he's in good shape. He looks like he's a little bit cold, but I think he's all right. And then I got in a water dragon baby. Nice, tiny little guy, but he looks like he's in pretty good shape. That reminds me, I gotta go check on our brown basilisk eggs. It looks like our one good egg out of that batch we got is pipping, so we might have a baby in there. I'll have to check. Here we have some musk turtles. This is a little batch of the razorback musk turtles. They flew out here so quick, I thought, well, we better get some more. Look how tiny those guys are. They're super cute. Musk turtles are a small turtle. I like to call them a unicorn species because everybody says, well, can I get a red ear slider that only gets 3 or 4 inches? And the answer is no, but there is little musks that stay small, under 4 inches on those guys. Scorpions. Let's see. Nice big scorpion. Are you alright, little dude? I'm mad. These guys got just a little bit cold, so they're kind of... Oh, that's not a scorpion. That's a Thai black bird eater. He's upside down. He's hanging on the top. That's a good size spider. Nice big black guy. Beautiful. Wow. That's a Haplopoema minax. We had a itty bitty one of those. We just sold out. But that's a big guy. Here is another thing that was really excited to get. This is something different in there. This is the Israeli desert huntsman. We had the last batch of those for just a few days and they flew out of here. They were just long enough to feed for me once and they were like, oh my gosh, those guys are nuts. This is a bunch of baby Asian forest scorpion babies. This one must be, is that the emperor? I'll have to look on my list. I got a couple of different ones. Bear with me while I grab my list. Usually they do a good job of marking them for me so I know for sure who's who. Sometimes I don't. Yeah, it's a captive bred adult emperor scorpion. That's that guy. And then Asian forest scorpions, there's like 10 of those itty bitty babies in there. They're cute and cheap, so I bought a bunch of them. Here's some more musk turtles. There's a couple more of the common musk turtles. Even though they're cheaper, the razorbacks are more popular, so we got more of those guys. Here's a couple more of the little commons. There's not a lot of difference in price on these. I think one's like 50 or 60 and the other one's like 65 or something like that. What cute little eyeballs. Oh my gosh, they're such cute little turtles. Very aquatic on the musk turtles. The commons don't get quite as big as the razorbacks. Oh wow, there's another desert huntsman. It's even bigger than the other guy. Got a big fat butt on those guys. Those guys were something to watch them feed when they grabbed that cricket. It was like, whoa, dude. Here's another one. They have a tendency to hang out upside down on the top of the glass, or on the top of the cup, which kind of freaks me out. But, yeah, that's the reason we get spiders sometimes, right? They freak us out. Whole another half of the box here. Let's see. Oh, this comes down to not much in the box. You got your knife on you? Yep. Let's see what's in the box, inside the box. Inside the box. Oh my goodness, we have 3 boxes inside that box. Inside this box we have... It's not a box turtle, though it's a turtle in a box. This is a Herman's tortoise. We have 3 actually, a pair, a male and a female and an extra male. The pair is actually a special order, and somebody was really excited to be able to breed their Hermans. They've done it in the past, and we're getting back into it, so we hooked them up. Oh, here's the lady. We gotta see them all just because that's why we're here. Let's see all the ladies here, the boys and the girls. This is the female. There she is. Look how pretty. Nice shells on these. I said 6 to 7 inches. I'm going to go with that. I have a nice perfect shell on both of those. And the other fella. We do special orders all the time, both on fish and on reptiles. Our period on ordering reptiles is a little bit longer because I have a lot of different suppliers that I order reptiles from. So sometimes I can't order just any old week on whatever you're looking for, but with a little bit of patience, we have a great availability on lots and lots and lots of different critters. It looks absolutely perfect as well. And that's our 2 big boxes of reptiles for today. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got reptiles in. So I got a couple of those guys. And one more frog. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here today. Who am I? Big Three. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got some bugs to show you guys. All kind of spiders, a couple other cool critters, arachnid types. Also got in a load of live mice and rats. We weren't able to get any small rats, but we were able to get pups. We got some grow out pups from a couple weeks ago, so we do have all kinds of live critters to share with you right now. We're going to jump right in and do some spiders. Let's see. Oh, let's go up the right end to start with. I'm going to butcher some Latin for you guys. First thing we have is an Aviculara purpura, which is purple pink toe. Purple pink toes we've had in before. Those are a very nice Aviculara species. Next up we have Bon Minax. Why do I have a Bon Minax when I'm looking for a Brachypelma albiceps?
You looked at the old tag.
Ah, that'd be why.
Yes.
Give me two tags to look at and I will look at the wrong one. So Brachypelma albiceps is a Mexican gold rump. It says it's a half-inch spider. We'll go with that. Next is a Carabina versicolor. Those are another type of pink toe. Antilles pink toe is the common name, bright blue on those guys. Excuse the sneeze. I say it's a 1-inch spider. Chilibrachys species electric blue, or Vietnam electric blue earth tiger. They're saying that's a 3/4 inch spider. Looked like it was at least that. I can see some legs in there. That looks like a pretty good sized spider. Next up is a Cryocosmus Ori, or Peruvian dwarf redleg. Getting a pretty good collection of dwarf spiders right now. So here is another one. That's the Peruvian dwarf redleg. Cryopagus, or Cryopagopus. There you go. Formerly Haplopoma lividus. That's a cobalt blue. Cobalt blues are a rather aggressive, very beautiful spider. This one says it's 3/4 of an inch. These guys are oftentimes off either up or down on their sizing, but right on with the species at least. Next guy up is a Harpacitra pulchrups, or a golden blue-legged baboon. Golden blue-legged baboon should be about a 1/2 inch. Itty bitty vial. I don't know if we can find a spider in there. Next we have a Cauchina brunipips, or Brazilian dwarf pink leg, another one of those dwarf tarantulas I was going on about. I have a group of people that are really into their dwarf tarantulas, and why not? Already something that doesn't take a lot of space, and then get something that takes even less. Lacidora klugi, that's a Bahia scarlet bird eater. Klugies, and there's also the next one, which is a Striata peeps by a gray bird eater, both of which have been very popular. Lacidoras are one of the genus of bird-eating spiders from South America. It looks like I got another Lasiodorus. Oh no, this is Lasiodorides polycapultus, Peruvian blonde bird eater. We've had Peruvian blondes before. This one says it's a 1/2 inch. And then we got an
we're off here.
Are we off? What are you working on?
Okay, now we have the poly.
Oh, I jumped too fast through the Lasiodoruses. Sorry, I do that. Orphanaceus philippinus, or Philippine tangerine, 33.33, or a 1/3 of an inch.
Hey.
Didn't see it, so
I found him.
hopefully it's that size. Next one we have is Parmamingulchilus, species rufus, peach earth tiger. We got the right one this
Yes.
time? Okay. Peach earth tiger says it's 3/4 of an inch. Awful small vial for a spider that size, but that's which one we got. You know, I said we had a Peruvian blonde. I think we did, but this was, I was thinking we were doing a Salmiapoeus pulcher, which is a Panamanian blonde. And we've had several of those. Next after the Panamanian blonde, we'll have a Salmiapoeus victori, or a Mexican red and black tree spider. It says it's 1/2 inch. After that is a Pseudohaploopus species blue, or a Colombian dwarf blue. That's another dwarf tarantula. And this is not a tarantula, Rhopalurus juncus, or a Cuban blue scorpion. Those guys have a yellow and blue, or kind of almost a lavender color. Super, super cool. I said this guy's 1.5 inches. We'll see what he actually is size-wise. This next guy, Scolopendura cingulata, or Mediterranean banded centipede. We opened it up to see if he really was in there because I couldn't find him in there. He's right on the top and he's tiny. He says he's 2 inches. He's not even 1 inch, but he's a super cool, unusual Mediterranean banded centipede. This next guy is definitely all the size they say he is. This is Theroposa blondie, or Goliath bird-eating tarantula. Biggest tarantula out there, if you don't count the length on the giant huntsman. 3 to 4 inch male on this guy. Got a pretty good price on him too. So happy to have something cool to show you. Thrixopelma purensis, or Peruvian green velvet tarantula, 1/2 inch. On this guy, green velvet, you just had to have that. It looked really black with just kind of a hint of green to the outside. Tillicotl, or Brachypelma verdezi, excuse me. Really stumbling on that Latin. Mexican rose gray, 1/2 inch. And the last spider on this group is a Xenesthus intermedia, Amazon blue baboon, and this is a 4-inch juvenile subadult male. So brought in a couple of larger males. They're not going to live as long, but they're more exciting to look at and less expensive than the females. On these guys, when I get males, I almost always can get you a female if you're looking for it. I'll bring them in. They're a little more expensive than the males to get that size on them. So just let me know what you want and I will get it. That's it for this little spider order. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. I got a little order of reptiles to share with you guys today. Let's jump in and see what comes out of the box first. First thing out is an itty bitty snake. It's a little hognose snake. It's a baby anaconda western. We had one that was about twice the size a little bit ago. Cute little devil. He is tiny. And eating and doing well, and very excited. Actually, I got a couple of foggies on this order. Let's see. I'll have to get back to it, I guess, because it won't come straight out. Next is something totally different, Egyptian sandfish. Super cool little guys. I love these guys. They're little sand swimming skinks. Disappear in the sand as soon as you take your eyes off them. Here we go with something we've been keeping around here. These are emperor scorpions, and I actually got a couple different scorpions on this list today, so let's dig through and see who else I can find. Here's another scorpion. This is a desert hairy scorpion. Don't want to be stung by any of our scorpions. I try to make sure we don't get any of the really dangerous ones in, though I always have to double check because other suppliers don't necessarily list out the difference between them. And there are some that are popular on the pet market that are actually a bit dangerous. Here's a different critter that I haven't had in the shop yet. This is a centipede, nice big guy. Red tail olive centipede, not as big as that giant one I got running around here, but very cool critter. Always loving more critters. Speaking of critters, here is some more millipedes. I'm a big fan of millipedes, as you may have guessed, for all the millipedes that we've got in the shop, and I got a big load of them this week, just restocked on everybody. Here's a vinegaroon scorpion. That's actually a stingless scorpion. Got a couple of those guys. Super cool critters. I love watching these guys eat. They look vicious. They can't harm you. Super, super neat. Creepy crawly. More creepy crawlies. This is a bumblebee millipede. Can you see any of them there? Came in small. Usually we get them pretty small, but really pretty on these guys. So super happy to have those guys. Where they got pink underneath. They're a neat millipede. I think we got 5 different types of millipedes on this order. Let's see what comes out of the box. Here's scarlets, come in small also. Scarlet millipedes are actually quite pretty. I like putting millipedes in my bioactives because they can live in there, and they look cool. And they'll eat up your wood as it starts going to dust on you. Here's a guy we had in a while ago, a different one of course. This is a Cuban false chameleon, a little boy. Big price difference between the boys and the girls, so we typically stock males just for pets. So if you're looking for breeding, let us know and we'll certainly get you a female. Here is a pink-footed millipede, another giant millipede for you. And one last vinegaroon magroons a little smaller than the last batch we had. I think they're a little less expensive too. So cool on that. Another hognose. This is, we call this a hypo western hognose. You'll see he's lighter colored, kind of pink almost. So hypo meaning without the, there he goes. Without the black coloring though. He does have dark eyes on this one. Very pretty little snake, super tiny. I'm a big fan of hoggies, and why not? They're super cute. Oh, here's a guy I've been thinking about getting. Another tortoise for our collection. We have a lot of tortoises in right now. A leopard tortoise baby. It's nice and moist in the cup there. Hope that's moist from pee, not from just hatching out. He's so tiny. A little bit touchy at this size when you get baby tortoises. You gotta make sure they keep hydrated and keep their weight on. But I'm a super big fan of a very dome-shelled leopard tortoise. Last thing out of this box, let's see. Oh, another turtle. Tortoise, really. Apparently, I just can't get enough. This is a baby eastern box turtle. Just hatched. Itty bitty guy. What a face. Oh my goodness, they're so cute when they're this size. Eastern box turtles used to be wild caught all the time. You can find them everywhere, and yeah, some of them did all right, but captive raised babies, a little more expensive, but a whole lot better chances of doing well for you. And that's this group. Thanks for checking it out. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got a surprise box. Actually, it's not a surprise, but not a real order, just one critter. Kept having a hard time making connection with the supplier, so finally they just said, here, we'll send you your gecko. So in this box we got just one enclosure. Oh, they're big actually. These are baby grandest day geckos. Supposedly some high red or crimson giant day geckos. Those we call those the gecko gecko. Look a little pissed right now, a little brown in the box, but they'll brighten green when they get home. Sell down. Day geckos, of course, are from Madagascar, bright green with red spots, and super cool little critter.